how's it going? So I got a real fun song for you today. I just heard this for the first time a couple days ago on an NPR radio station, and man, I was cracking up the whole time I was listening to it. If you haven't heard it, I'll put a link in the description. Go check it out, give it a listen. Man, the lyrics are so good. It's so well written. The metaphors are incredible. The songwriting is so clever. And yeah, man, I just thought, wow, they're just laying it all out there and just saying it. I mean, the lyrics, bro, like, nobody's tool up in my shed. I'm sitting on a washing machine. Like, bro, like, they didn't hold back. And you just don't hear that type of thing, people being so blunt. And I found it kind of ironic that, like, it's being sung by Kacey Musgraves, who's like one of the most beautiful women walking the face of the earth right now, that she's singing about, you know, not having been laid in 335 days. But yeah, not to spoil it, but man, yeah, go listen to it. It cracked me up. And the whole time I'm thinking, and no disrespect to whoever produced this song, because it's a great song, but I felt like what she was singing about, I didn't feel like the music matched what she was singing about. Like, the vibe was off a little bit for me. Like, I felt like anything that was describing that much, like, frustration and longing and tension and, you know, desperation, I just felt like it needed to have a little more angst to it. And I heard this kind of ska thing in my head, and so I just went with that. And I'll show you how to play it. There's only like 5 chords throughout the whole song, but I'll show you that, how to build the loop and everything, and I'll show you the vocal melody, and I'll show you a bunch of cool licks if you want to build a solo and play all that. But that's about it, man. So let's just go ahead and get into the intro. Alright, so there's not a lot to the song if you just want to like strum and play the chords like in a basic way. You can use a capo, play open shapes, whatever. But it's just 5 chords throughout the whole song. I'm pretty sure they are tuned down to E flat or playing with a capo of some sort, especially with that signature lick that goes on throughout that little part. They definitely have the low E string tuned down for that. So I'm going to keep my whole guitar in standard tuning, but just tune the low E down a half step to E flat, because we only need it. We only need the E string to play that lick. Everything else, we're not going to need the low E. But so we start out, right? We're just going to start doing the bass line. And I have strings on this guitar like 10 months old. They got like 2,500 hours on them, and they barely stay in tune. They probably don't even stay in tune anymore. So that's what gives it that really thuddy sound. And then I'm going to palm mute the whole thing, right? So we're going to start out. So I'll just call out the regular names, like 5th fret on the low E. So instead of it being A, it'll be G sharp. Instead of it being F, it'll be E, and so on and so forth. Just think a half step down. So 5th fret on the low E, palm mute it, and then I'm just going to go down, up, right? If you're on a Strat or something, like, stay over the middle pickup, get that clicky sound. And it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And we're just doing 16 beats on this one, right? Go down to the 1st fret, do the same thing. Then walk up to the 8th fret, do the same thing. Now when you get to the 15th bar, you're going to go up to the 10th fret on the low E. And then walk that down into your 3rd fret low E. And then we'll do 8 beats on each one. 3rd fret low E to 4th fret low E, okay? So you'll have... So that'll be your little bass line part, and then after I lay that down, then we'll start getting into the main chords of the song, right? We're going to start out, we're going to go... It's kind of loud, let me turn off this. Alright, so G sharp minor, right? That'll be our first chord. So we're going to have... mute out the E and the A string, have 6 on D, bar G, B, and E on 4. We're going to do a muted down hit, right? And then an upstroke. And that'll be our little your typical ska stuff, right? If you need to count, you can just count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4, you know, whatever. Just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and do that twice, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, and then then what we're going to do, we're going to keep that same shape held down. Put your middle finger down on 5th fret on the B string. And then we're just going to play E over G sharp, right? Okay, so after you go G sharp minor to E over G sharp, then we're going to go B major. We're going to have a 4th fret on G and B, 2nd fret on the E string. Okay, then we're going to go F sharp major, 4, 3, 2, 2, D, G, B, and E. Now on this one, we just do it for 4 beats, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we're going to walk up a half step and we're going to play E flat over G. Okay, we'll have 5th fret on D, bar G, B, and E on 3, and then that 4th fret on the B string. Okay, and then it just keeps turning that around over and over again. Alright, so those are the chords and that's the bass line. And then there's the signature lick at the end. So what I do, I kick on a reverb pedal. I have a very simple reverb pedal. It's just 2 knobs, mix and depth. And I'll just put the pickup in the bridge position, and then I'll pick right at the very end of the bridge. And just give it that kind of western-y type of vibe, right? So you just hit the open E, because we're in E flat, right? Tune down just the low E to E flat. Open. Then 3rd fret on E to open. Then take the 2nd fret, bend it down a little bit. Turn the 2nd fret on the A, just bend it down. And then go 5th fret on the low E. Okay. I kick on the overdrive with it too, right? Alright, so that's the whole loop to lay the foundation, and then from there we get into the vocal melody. So let's go ahead and get into the vocal melody. Alright, so the vocal melody part, we're doing like all 2-note double stops. Most of these are going to be either like 4ths, 5ths, or like minor thirds, right, that we're going to be playing throughout all this, right out of like G sharp. So it's all kind of variations on a theme, right? It's kind of like the same stuff being played but phrased a little bit differently, and your right hand's what's going to be doing all the phrasing. So it starts out, I don't know all the lyrics because I've only heard the song a couple times, but it starts out with it's been a real long 335 days, right? So so we'll start out, I'm going to use ring and pinky, start out 6th fret D and G, palm mute. We're going to palm mute everything we play throughout the vocal melody part, but then we'll also let it ring out to kind of mimic the way she lets the notes kind of sing and sustain, right? So 6th fret D and G, palm mute, 2 down hits, then go 6, 4 D and G. Okay, then we're going to slide up 6 on D and G. Slide into 9 on D and 8 on G. You just gotta swap your fingers out real quick, right? Then we're gonna slide back middle and ring. We're gonna have 9th fret A and D, slide back to 6th fret A and D. Okay, it's been a real long. And I'll kind of vibrato all these little double stops. Okay, 335 days. We're just gonna palm mute 6th fret D and G, right? I'll do that like 3 down hits, and then go 6, 4 D and G. Or maybe it's 2 and 1. Basically, you just go back and forth between 6 on D and G to 4 and 6 on D and G, right? And then slide up to 9 and 8 on D and G. And the last time it wasn't good anyway, or whatever she says, right? Clever line. Okay, so we start out 6 on D and G again. Okay, repeat the same thing, slide up into 9 and 8. And then slide back from 9 to 6 on D and G. And then it wasn't good anyway. on D, 3 on G, palm mute it, and then I just hit it once, 4 and 3, and then I'll put my ring finger down on 4 on G, hit that like 3 times. Maybe it's like 5 or 6, I don't know. Yeah, I go on and off. And then I'll pull off from 4 to 3 on G string while holding down 4 on the D with it. Okay, then we're back to this. Okay, and then what's the next line? Oh, I'm so lonely, lonely with a capital H. That's clever, okay? So, if you know what I mean. And if you know what I mean, I've been sitting on a washing machine. Okay, so from here, we go. Okay, lonely with a capital H. Go back and forth from 6 D and G to 6-4 D and G, and after 6-4 slide into 9-8, if you know what I mean. And I just go back and forth between 4-6 D and G and 9-8 D and G, right? And I'll just slide back into that like 2 or 3 times. Okay, and then I've been sitting on a washing machine. So now we'll go D and G on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 6 times, right? It's like a 16th note and then an 8th note. And then go to 4-3 D and G. And I just go back and forth, taking the finger off 4 to 3 on G. And then I'm going to slide up 4 to 8 on D and G. So that'll be your whole like beginning part, and then we start doing this kind of, it changes like the melody and the phrasing, right? Then it's like so we're just gonna walk down all these thirds, right? So it's all just chugging down hits with the right hand, right? So we start out 7 on or 9 on D and 8 on the G string, and then we're gonna go 8 on D to 6 on G. Most of these will just be 2 down hits each, right? And take the same shape down 2 frets to 6 and 4 on DG. Then go 4-3 DG for 2 hits. Go first fret on D and G, then 4-3 DG, then 4-6 or 6-4 D and G. Okay, so that's your main motif that we'll repeat, right? And then just kind of hang on 6 and 4 for an extra couple beats, okay? Do that 3 times, and the last time, third time, we'll go 4-3 D and G to first fret D and G. We'll go back and forth between that. We'll do that twice. Then we'll go 4-3 D and G to 5 on D and 3 on G. Okay, so far. Okay, then we just repeat the beginning part all over again, right? Okay, do that twice, and then we have that 911. This is officially a cry for help, whatever it is, right? then we get to the hook, right? And so that last part, we're just gonna walk down 9/8 D and G, and then we'll go 8/6 D and G to 6/4 D and G, 9, 1, 1. Then we'll go 4/3 D and G, and I'll just go between 3 and 4 on the G string while hitting D with it. Then I'll go 5th fret D to 3rd fret G. And then I'm going through a dry spell, right? And then we'll go 8th fret D and G, 6th fret D and G, 4th fret D and G. Slide in 4 to 6 on D and G. Then slide in 4 to 6 on A and D. Okay, so that'll be your last little part, right? Alright, so that's your whole little verse part, right? So real slow. So then just kind of attack that part a little more aggressively, like have like a little overdrive going and everything. And then from there it gets really like the timing of the solo. If you're playing it by yourself, you can kind of make it work because there's a little bit of space in between her finishing that line and then this little lick that comes in. It's kind of like all like this like G sharp minor pentatonic, like with some like Dorian type of stuff added in. I don't really look at mode stuff, but then it just does this like a. Okay, so then that little lick, you're just gonna go 4 to 6 on G, and then hammer on 4 to 6. I think this is pretty much accurate. If not, it's the right notes. I may be phrasing it differently. I haven't heard the song very much. Slide in 6 to 8 on G, then go 6 on D, then hammer on and pull off 4 to 5 on B, then go 6 to 4 on G, then hammer on 4 to 6, then go 4 to 6 on G to 3 on G. Okay, and that's the main kind of lick at the end of that. And then what I'll do before we get into the solo, I'll slide in to 7 on G and 8 on the B string. So I'll just. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and get into the beginning part of the guitar solo. So let's go ahead and get into the guitar solo. Alright, so for the guitar solo, man, I just want to have some fun. I heard all this different stuff in my head. I just wanted to get it out. I'm really just copping like the vibe of like Jimi Hendrix all along the Watchtower, especially with the octave build up here, right? He kind of does that with a wah, I think, on Watchtower, but I think he just goes up. I think he goes up like just to like through 5 octaves, like the and then he does that little lick, whatever. But we're just gonna walk up 4 octaves 4 times and just start at a different position each time, right? So we'll start out and we're gonna be going da 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 da. It's like down up down up. It's like a real fast 16th note, right? And I kick on a reverb pedal with like some heavy like depth going on, and then just overdrive, right? So we're gonna have 6 on D and then have 9 on the B string, right? So that'd be like your G sharp octave. You're gonna mute out E and A with like your middle finger, mute out G with your index finger, mute out the high E with your pinky. Okay, so you have down up, then walk up a whole step to what is that? 8 and 11 on D and B. Did I say that right? Yeah, D and B. Okay. Then walk up a half step to 9 and 12 on D and B. and then walk up a whole step to 11 and 14 on D and B. Alright, so you have. Okay, and then we start, and we'll walk it back up, but this time we'll start on the 8th fret on D and 11 on B. So then we'll walk up 8-11 D and B to 9-12 D and B, and then 11-14 D and B, and then to 13 and 16 D and B. Okay, and then from there we'll go back and we'll start on the 9th and 12th fret this time on D and B, and we'll walk up 2 frets to 11 and 14 on D and B, and then walk up 2 frets to 13 and 16 on D and B, and then walk up, we're going to skip up 3 frets this time, we'll go to 16 and 19 on D and B. Okay, so real slow. Slide off at the end of each one, and then the last one will go on 11 and 14 on D and B, and then 13th fret D and B, 13 and 16 D and B, and then 16 and 19 D and B, and then the last one we're going to be on 18 on D and was that 21 on B. Last fret on the guitar, right? So that's that whole little part there, and then so that's a little octave build up, and then from there, where does it go from there? Oh, then I start doing these little double stop things, right? I'll start doing like a, or is that? So this is a fun little thing to do. I'm just outlining the changes. So I'm just outlining G sharp minor, E major, and B major, right? So we'll start out, we're going to hybrid pick. I'm going to have middle and ring on the B and E string, and then pick on the G string. So we'll pop B on 12 and 11 on the high E, and then we'll get 13 on the G string. And it's just one, and then da da, like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. So it's like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. That's like your vibe, right? Kind of like a. So you repeat that twice. You can bend these two. Okay, then we're gonna bar 12th fret B and E. And then pop 12 on B and E, and then go back and forth between 13 on G. We're going to outline your E. Now to get out of this one, we're going to hit 12 on B and E to 13 on G, and then go 11 to 13 on the G string. Okay, so I think I left that out on the first one, right? So after you go 12 11, we go 13 G to 11 on G, back to 13. Then switch to E. Then we'll walk down, outline B major, bar 7th fret B and E. Then do the same pattern, just have 7 B and E to 8 on G. And then we'll go 8 on G to 6 on G, back to 8. Okay, and then from here, we're going to slide up all these kind of like double stop, like, I guess these will all be fifths, maybe fourths, fifths, yeah. So then we'll go D and G on the 8th fret, and I'll slide into 11 D and G, pick that a couple times, slide back to 8, just hit that once, then slide back into 11 D and G, hit that a couple times. Then I'm going to go 13 D, 12 on G. I'll hit that twice. and then go 13 on D and G, right? So you have that's the phrasing of it, right? Where am I? You can play around with the phrasing all you want, but those are all the notes you need, right? And then we get into this sort of like repeating lick, working right out of your third box of G sharp minor pentatonic. I always think of these as like Clapton licks. We're just going to hybrid pick it, right? So middle finger on the high E string, the pick's doing everything else. Make it real snappy, right? So at 9th fret on E, pull off 12 to 9 on B, and then go G on 11, and just start repeating that over and over again, right? Doesn't quite have the same sound if you pick everything. It's much more staccato and poppy and has more of like a, I don't know what you want to call it. Gives it more of like a machine gun effect, I guess, if you pop it with your middle finger. So that's all it is just 9 on E, pull off 12 to 9 on B, 11 on G, and just repeat that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16 times. I think we do it. And then to get out of it, after you hit 11 on G, we're going to bend up 14 on the B string, okay? So bend up 14 on B. When you do that, get your pinky on 14 on the high E. And then I'll pop the high E like 3 times, I think, 2 or 3 times. Then I'll bring down the bend on 14, let those ring out, bend it back up. Pick high E again on 14. Then I'll bring it down. And then pull off 14 to 12 on the B string. Then go back to 14 on B. Then I'll get 11 on G. Then I'll slide into 13 on D to 12 on G. Okay, then we'll do this thing we did down here. But we'll play it up here. Alright, play these all in fourths. It sounds really cool, right? So 15 G, 16 on B. Hit that twice. Then you would go down 2 frets to 13 and 14 G and B. Then go 11, 12 on G and B. Slide into 13, 14 G and B. Then we're just going to slide into 11 on D and G to 13 on D and G. Okay, so that'll be... Okay, and then from here... And that's where the scripted part ends. So that's all I had actually written out and thought out, and everything else is improvised. So I don't really remember what I did. I remember a couple of signature things that I'll go over, but you're just gonna have to slow it down and figure it out if you want the rest of that, because I'm just making shit up. So that last part, where am I? We're gonna slide into 13 on G, pop 12 on the B string, hammer on 12 to 14 on B, give it some vibrato, then bend 14 up a whole step, and then I'll bring it down. I'll pull off 14 to 12 on B. Okay. Then I'll go 11 to 12, hammer on, pull off, then 14 to 12 on B. Then hammer on 12 to 14 on B. Then we'll go 12 to 14 on B again. And then 11 on B. Then I'm going to take 11 on B after I vibrato it. Bend it up a half step with your index finger. And then I'll go G, D, G on 13th fret. Okay, so that's that whole little part. And then I can't remember what I did after that. I do some overbends typical Clapton kind of stuff. I think I went in and did like, I think I slide in like 14 to 16 on B and get 14 on E. And then I'll go, I'll mute out the E and then slide back 16 to 14 on B and pull off to 12. And then get 13 on G. So, and then go 12, 14 on B, pull off 14, 12 on B, and then get 13 on G. And I'll just do that a couple times. Right? I did something, I can't remember what I did. I think I just... Yeah, I can't remember how I got into it. Basically, I'm just working this motif, right? Because soloing is all about phrasing. And you got to play interesting things, and you got to be like melodic and try to like say something, right? If you're just like with licks, it doesn't like speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds cool, but it doesn't have the same like energy and vibe if you're like being more selective with your note choices and how many notes you play, right? So I'll do this little... basically going back and forth on the high E string between box 5 and box 1 of G sharp minor pentatonic, right? I'll go 14, 16, 14 on the high E. I'll pop it with my finger. Then go up to 19, bend it up like a quarter step. Then go to 16 on E. And then just go back 14, 16 on E, right? And then go back to 14, just repeat that pattern, do that like, I don't know, 4 times. And then I'll get out of it, 14, 16, 14 on E. Then I'll go to 19 on B, and I'll just gradually bend this up, like a half step. And then get 16 on E. And I'll just start doing that like, and just start picking it, right? So after you bend it up gradually, you can just bend up 16 or what is this, 19 on B, and then just pick down up, alternate pick 16 on E. And it's all about phrasing, right? And then just bend it up a whole step at the end on 19 on B. And that's kind of like the whole thing, right? And then I can't remember what I did at all the rest of the time. I just... yeah, I can't remember anything. I know I did like an overbend out of like box 2, that little like... yeah, if you go to low E, remember we're tuned down a half step, right? And then, I did one of those, like, another one of those Clapton licks, right? Right out of box 3. So instead of doing, like, I did the... what did I do? That basic, he does this so much, man. Basically, I'll alternate. I'll go 9th fret B, 11 on B, to 11 on G. And you get into it however you want, and then you just kind of hammer on and pull off 9, 11 on B. You get 11 on G. And then walk up and hammer on, pull off 9 to 12 on B. And then go to 11 on G. So that's kind of your anchor, is 11 on G at the end of everything, right? Then I'll just reverse it. Right, and then you can just get out of it, and it's just the faster you play it, the weirder it gets, right? And then you can just bend up, get out of it however you want, and that's kind of all the signature stuff that I remember doing. The rest is just kind of like noodling, improv, just trying to connect stuff and just whatever, flying by the seat of my pants there. But that's everything, right? So went over the loop, how to make the loop, the bass line, the chords, the signature lick, all the vocal melody stuff, the octave build-up, and then the whole guitar solo, right? So, man, it's such a fun song, such great lyrics. I'm shocked that they just put this out there like that, because I have never heard, maybe some pop songs in the early 2000s that were pretty like risque, so to speak, but man, they just like put it out there, and I think it's pretty awesome, man. I wish more people were like that. But anyway, love the song. Go listen to it if you haven't. Check it out, and just have fun with it, man. You know, just even if it's just like one cool lick that you learn and take from this, you don't do anything else or whatever. But it's great practice, you know, working with a loop, building the song on your own, and just finding all the parts. It'll really help you see and learn the fretboard and just come up with stuff that you otherwise wouldn't if you hadn't sat there and dissected all the parts of the song. So that's it, man. Just practice slow, have fun. I'll see you next time.